an incredible candidate that is going to come forward tonight whose message resounds with our values. He will be a future leader, not just a vote. He's going to be a leader in the Texas House of Representatives, and he needs every single one of us.
The reason Jimmy Talarico is uniquely qualified for this office is because coming from an education background and then having had the experience he's had in technology is something that the legislature desperately needs.
Our state legislators have failed time and time and time again to fix school finance. And who better to come to the table than James Talarico?
Most of you know him as Jimmy, James. I met him as Mr. Talarico, 6th grade year. Mr. Talarico wasn't just a teacher to us. I mean, if he's not what I would call a great man, then I don't know who is.
Here in Williamson County, we believe deeply in being good neighbors. We believe in taking responsibility for ourselves and for each other. I first learned the meaning of responsibility from my mother. She didn't have much, but she felt this obligation to make a better life for me. This is what the extremists and the zealots in our politics don't understand. They don't know how to put other people first. This is why our political system is broken, because politicians care more about playing politics than helping and serving people. They don't know what responsibility means. I'm a proud Democrat, but I support Speaker Strauss, a Republican, because he puts his state before his party. And a few days ago, one of my Republican opponents in this race criticized me for supporting Speaker Strauss. He said I was compromising my values. Well, I've got news for him. Compromise is one of my values. So is inclusion, so is responsibility, and so is cooperation. I value my state more than I'll ever value my party. I value my neighbors more than I'll ever value politics, and I value doing what's right more than I'll ever value doing what's easy. I know my name is on this sign, and I know it'll be my name on the ballot, but this is not about me. This is about those values, and it's about a vision for our state, a vision of Texas schools that are the envy of the nation, a Texas economy that is second to none, and Texas families that are stronger and healthier than ever before. We can build this future. It won't happen overnight, but a giant state deserves giant dreams. And that is why I am running for state representative. As a former teacher, as a nonprofit leader, and now as a candidate for office, I am deeply committed to realizing these dreams for our state. And I hope you are too. No matter if you are a Democrat or a Republican or an independent or just a concerned citizen, we need your help. We are bigger than partisanship. We're bigger than extremism. Our community is bigger than all of those things. Growing up here, it didn't matter if you were a Democrat or a Republican, because we all wanted the same things: a good education, a good job, a good neighborhood. And most importantly, we wanted those things for each other too, because that's what good neighbors do. Now we need our political leaders to act like good neighbors. And you can't be a good neighbor if you are defunding public schools and leaving local taxpayers to pick up the tab. You can't be a good neighbor if you are undermining local communities and the decisions we make for ourselves. You can't be a good neighbor if you are deporting hardworking families because of their immigration status. You can't be a good neighbor if you're taking women's health care. You can't be a good neighbor if you are bullying kids who just want to use the bathroom. We are bound together. We are subject to one another. We are each other's keepers. I learned that from this community. I learned that from Chris. I learned that from my mother. And next year, we're going to teach that to the extremists at the ballot box. Thank you. God bless you all. God bless the great state of Texas. Thank you all.